Hi, and welcome to Food Courting. I'm Jennifer Iserloh, the Skinny Chef. Americans love to run to their local deli to get that freshly made sandwich. But after today, getting your lunch from a fast food takeout window or the deli will be a thing of the past. I'm going to show you how to make 2 zesty sandwiches that are as delicious as they are healthy. Join me for a date to learn about everyday healthy cooking. We're taking those fast food or food court favorites and turning them into delicious, helpful meals that are friendly to your waistline and your time. This is Food Courting. Sandwiches have become the quintessential American lunch because they're so fast. And let's face it, we're busier than ever. But I'm going to show you how to make 2 really quick spreads. My creamy artichoke and Chipotle mayonnaise that's going to turn your lunchbox favorite into a gourmet treat. So let's get started with the artichoke spread. So first you'll need a food processor, and they're so great because you can whip up soups, you can do spreads and these toppings in just a snap. So I've added some frozen artichokes. I have garlic cloves. You don't even need to mince them first, just throw them in. Low-fat mayonnaise. Now this is what adds the creamy, delicious texture. So next I'm going to put in some non-fat Greek yogurt that's really creamy, and what's great about this yogurt is it picks up the flavor of the mayonnaise, so it tastes like the spread is made with 100% mayonnaise. Next, we're going to put in some grated Parmesan cheese. And next, we're going to do a little bit of hot chili powder. We just whisk this together. And what's great about this spread is you can make it on Monday and use it throughout the whole week. Just refrigerate it. And this is great for a hot sandwich if you want to make a panini or even just pop it in the microwave. All right, so next we're going to do our Chipotle mayonnaise. And of course, we're going to start with a base of mayonnaise. I always go for the low fat. And the really important ingredient in this is Chipotle chilies that come in a sauce. Next, we'll put just a little pinch of sugar for sweetness and a little bit of salt. And next, I'm going to do some garlic. I'm going to put in some fresh lime. And this is one of my skinny tips that I love to share with people is I always use the zest. And the zest brings out a lot of the citrus flavor without any calories and no fat at all. So we'll put a little bit of zest in there. You can also add this to your chili, really any Mexican dish that calls for lime. All right, now we need the juice as well. And this is going to thin out the mixture nicely so it forms into a perfect, creamy, smooth spread. All right, so it's time for blending this up. Another thing I really like about the Chipotle mayonnaise is that hot, spicy chilies help you to eat less because they build sensation on the tongue. Okay, now that our spreads are ready to go, let's make these great and easy sandwiches. I'm going to start with the beef, and I always like to pair that with the Chipotle. And you know, the problem with sandwiches is that they can sabotage your health because they are so high in sodium. And the sodium comes from the lunch meat, the cheese, and the bread. So you have 3 sources of sodium all in one meal. So the easiest way to control that is to only use 2 slices of meat. That way you're cutting back, and obviously to look for the low sodium options. So we'll put some Chipotle mayonnaise on here. I use about 2 tablespoons. So next I'm going to add some lower fat cheese. That's a great way to cut out a lot of calories and fat. Next, I'm going to turn this sandwich into a well-rounded meal by adding some vegetables. I have some gorgeous, crisp romaine lettuce here. And to get a little bit more vegetables on top of this sandwich, I'm going to add some of these beautiful sprouts. And the great thing about having raw vegetables like this on hand, they add a lot of bulk to the sandwich and they make it a bigger portion without loading up on the calories, and that helps to cut back on the sodium as well. So our roast beef and Chipotle sandwich is ready to go. So let's make the turkey and artichoke spread next. For the turkey artichoke, I always start with whole grain bread, just like I did with the beef and Chipotle, but I like to use this bun instead. So we'll put some of our spread on. We'll top this with some turkey. I always use a low sodium turkey. And I like to get one that has cracked pepper on the outside to add even more flavor. And we'll just stick to 2 slices to keep the sodium down. Plunk on our cheese. And let's add the sprouts as well. I really like these. They have a nice earthy flavor to them, and they also add crunch. So there you have it, 2 deli classics, made tastier and healthier. I'm Jennifer Iserloh, the Skinny Chef, and thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time on Food Courting. cut it into little florets, and that's going to help it cook faster in the wok. And the thing I really love about broccoli, and most people don't know, is that broccoli is bursting with vitamin C. Just a cup will give you your whole daily intake. It also happens to be high in calcium. Next, you're going to want some low-fat protein, and chicken